In this episode of Juice TV, the Sydney Roosters drop into the hospital for a visit and an epic challenge. We meet Holley Knott, who is set on changing the world. Discover the power of a cuddle and the art of turning just about anything into an instrument. Yep, he's totally playing that.
I'm Cruz, welcome to Juice TV. We're going to have some fun today. When I'm bored, I like to colour in, so you don't need that today. We're going to squeeze so much fun out of this episode.
And it was your birthday today and you're 11, so we just wanted to drop off this gift for you.
Thank you.
No worries.
It's fashion jewellery 3-in-1.
Oh, that's so cool.
There might be a few interruptions like that because it's my birthday. Here's a present for you, a football team dropping past the hospital.
As a new day dawns, it is often the rooster's crow that will make people sit up in bed. These roosters are storming the hospital and their crow certainly has patients sitting up.
Hello, we got him here. Vincent. Look at all your toys. I know his name's Bird, isn't it? No, that's a cheeky grin you got there.
My name is Griffith and I'm going to be hanging with the Sydney Roosters today.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Who do you think is going to win this season?
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Melbourne Storm. I think
Yes.
they got. What do you think?
Broncos.
The Broncos.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely not the Roosters.
we're going to try and beat them tonight. How's that sound? Who do you think, Smithy?
Oh, I like the Broncos as well. It's either them or the Storm, I think. I think these two are right on the money.
How many hours a day do you train?
Yeah, it depends. Some days we do longer days where we're there for 4 or 5 hours, not training the whole time, but then there's days where all you come in to do is get a massage because we need to recover.
Have you ever had an injury that needed rehabilitation?
I have. I had a few injuries when I was younger. I broke my ankle a couple of times, had to have surgery and just had to relearn the movements through the foot and stuff like that.
No, I've been pretty lucky with injuries and that. I've only ever just dislocated my elbow, so it was pretty yuck at the time, but it's all good now.
What's your favourite thing to do when you're not playing football?
My favourite thing is to hang out with my daughter. I've got she's only 5 months old, so a little baby, and every day she's got a new trick to show me, and I just love getting home and spending that time with her.
Yeah.
For me, I like to spend time with friends and play PlayStation.
Why didn't you join the Broncos, the best team?
I don't know, that's a good question. When I was younger, I didn't even see myself playing football for a living, rugby league for a living. I always loved it, playing with my mates, and I just got the opportunity to go down to the Storm. It was first, and from there it was then to the Roosters, and now I'm just enjoying life there. And never say never. You never know what's around the corner, but at the moment I'm a Rooster.
What's brown and sticky?
What's brown and sticky?
Yeah.
Caramel sauce.
A stick.
Felt like I knew that one.
Time for some jokes. real jokes, okay, the Roosters are gonna win. Yeah.
That's a real joke.
Okay, what do you...
That's-
Okay. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
No idea.
Do you have some advice for someone who wants to be a professional rugby player?
Yeah, I got some advice. I think the main thing is just to enjoy what you're doing. I mean, everyone around you can sense if you love what you're doing or not. Whether it's in rugby league or whether it's in anything, they can sense that passion and it rubs off on people, and that makes you the person that they want to work with or train with or play with.
Yeah, I think Aiden said it perfectly. 100%.
And you got to be big and strong like Smithy.
Do you have anything you want to say to some of the kids in hospital?
Yeah, man.
Stay strong. It's a long road, but yeah, you'll get through it, and you get through it in the end, I guess.
Yeah, we don't know your stories, but we feel for you and we support you and hope that you come through it. I mean, we don't know how long it's going to take, but we know that a positive mindset's the best way of achieving it.
I want to say a big thank you for taking time to chat with me today. It's been great. I want to say to the kids in hospital to keep working hard to get better. 9 weeks ago, I had a bruise in my brain and I couldn't walk, talk or eat. Now I'm hosting a TV show.
You're doing a good job too. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Awesome, brother.
Nice to meet you, Griff.
If those were the sounds you heard every morning, you could tackle whatever the day threw at you. I'm definitely going to keep those in mind.
Thanks, guys. You're meeting all sorts of people, so let's get to know me.
Cruz is not only rocking it as your awesome host for this episode, but it also happens to be her 11th birthday. Happy birthday, Cruz.
My favourite hobby is dance, and I can do contemporary ballet, hip-hop, tap and jazz. I like it because it's fun to do. My favourite animal is a dog because they're fun to play with. I have a cat, but don't tell her that I said that. The grossest food for me is tomato because I don't like it because it's slimy and it's got seeds in it. Ew, why would you even ask me that? My party trick is doing this. Now it's time for you to meet someone that can do incredible feats. That's feats as in wow, not feats as in that. Let's not keep her waiting.
Question for you guys. If you're a person, an animal, or even a whole planet, who are you going to call if you're in need? Yeah, there's no actual superhero that covers all of those things, but luckily there is an everyday hero who does. This is Holley. At just 13 years old, she is on a mission to raise awareness of some of the world's biggest challenges through speech, singing and fundraisers. Holley, thank you so much for coming on Juiced. You are doing amazing things and it's great to have you here. Can you tell us though, how did it all begin? How did you start to make a difference to the people, the whole planet and the animals?
Well, I guess I've always been passionate about protecting the planet and its inhabitants.
What was the one key thing that set you on this amazing path?
Well, I guess it all began from that raw passion. But then soon after, when I was around 5 years old, I started going to school and I noticed that people were being mean to each other. And I had never heard of this before because I'd never been to school until then. And I wanted to do something about it. So I created Care a Lot Day, which was a day to unite everyone in kindness and compassion and to stop all the bullying for one day. And soon after, I entered my first school public speaking competition with a speech on the environment, and I won. So that's where the public speaking side of my career started. And then soon after, I started learning about homelessness and endangered species. And I was shocked to find out that there were people with no homes and that there were species disappearing off the planet and becoming extinct. So one day I threw down my school hat and I started singing. And people actually put money in my hat. And so I soon figured out that this was called busking. And soon I'd raised my first $100. And I donated it to the Byron Homeless Shelter. And we invited the mayor and a few newspapers, and I did a bit of a performance, and it turned into a bit of a celebration. And that's where the Stardust Foundation began.
That is so unreal. I love that you just did something about it. And since then, since your very first attempt at busking, you've gone on to speak at the UN. You've done so many amazing things.
It's all snowballed.
Is there something that you are most proud of?
Well, I'm pretty proud of the time I won the Green Globe Award for the Youth Sustainability Champion at the Green Globe Awards in 2014 when I was 11 years old. I'm also pretty proud of the time I was invited to be in a book that was co-authored by Oprah Winfrey's holistic vet. Written by Natasha Milne, and it's called 101 Reasons to Get Out of Bed, featuring 101 environmental activists fighting to make the world a better place, including myself,
It's so cool.
Dr. Jane Goodall, the Ape Lady, and Sir Richard Branson.
Now, Holly, I bet you that everyone is watching is thinking, man, she makes public speaking sound like such an easy thing, but it's not. It's really freaky. Do you have any tips for us?
Well, I have a few. For a start, it helps to really research what you're talking about. It helps to know what you're talking about. It also helps to add a bit of humour in your public speeches.
Are we talking about dad jokes or?
No, definitely not. No.
Okay. Note to self, no dad joke.
No. And finally, one of my other best tips is it actually took me so long to figure this out. I had to experience both being a person in the audience, watching someone perform, and being a performer on stage to realise that the audience isn't actually silently judging you.
Yes, that is so true. They're there to support you.
Yes, they're very supportive and they're just there to enjoy your performance, really. It also helps to be very prepared and practice your speech a lot so you give a polished performance.
I'm going to admit, Holly, I'm the type of person that just sings really badly in the car and I sing everyone else's songs. But how do you come up with your own original songs?
Well, I get inspiration from my family, my pets, my friends, basically my life and what's happening around me.
'Cause me without you is like a picture without a frame. Like the clouds without the rain. Like the night without the day.
Is that the same for your slam poetry as well?
Slam poetry, I must admit, slam poems are a lot easier for me to write than songs. Songwriting is a bit harder. Slam poetry kind of, I don't know, it just flows out of me. It's just really simple, really easy, and it always turns out great. Like I just pick a topic and I write a slam poem about it.
We, the people of the Western society, we have possessions and privileges of a huge variety. But in this world, there is so much greed, unjustifiably. We think we need so many things, so many riches, undeniably.
Do you have a final message for everyone watching?
Well, I would like everyone to know, and everyone here today to know, that you're all special and you all have the power to make a difference. And I would like people to understand that I don't mean superpowers when I say power. I mean strength and passion and compassion. That kind of power, the power to make a difference. And I would also like people to know that kindness is not an act, it's a way of life.
Couldn't have said that better myself.
Why, thank you. Oh, and one more thing before we go, Pip. I would like to show you how my charity foundation works.
What have we got here?
So, I've been doing some fundraising and I've got a donation here for the Children's Hospital Foundation because I know that it's helping a lot of families and a lot of children, and I know that they can be going through tough times, and it's often hard to raise enough money to keep things going, and I would like to help out with that.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much for that. That is going to get put to very good use.
Thank you so much.
She may not be a superhero, but Holly doesn't need to be. She proves that powers or not, it's possible to change the world.
We want you to be a part of Juice TV. We're always on the lookout for hosts, interviewers, behind-the-scenes helpers and mini-producers. You can be any age, you don't have to have any experience. How much easier could it be? To find out the next time we're filming at the hospital, just head to our website, juicedtv.com.au or our Facebook page. For loads of fun to break up your stay in hospital, join the Juice crew. Send us an email at hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to any of the volunteers wearing green shirts throughout the hospital and let them know you want to be involved in the one and only Juice TV.
So my experience on Juice TV has been awesome and it's really fun. Unless these guys mess up in the second half, I recommend you should try it. There's nothing like a good hug. Feels so good. Aww. Here's someone that... Sorry, got distracted. Here's someone that is a great hugger.
Free hugs is a big deal. It kind of blew up in the last few years and can be seen all over social media and YouTube. It doesn't take an expert to give great hugs, but it doesn't mean there aren't experts out there when it comes to hugs and cuddles. I'm Adam, a cuddle carer, and when I mention expert cuddlers, I'd be referring to people like me. Cuddle carer is primarily someone who cuddles babies, as the name says, but it's not just about cuddling babies. It can also be there for the siblings of the babies, like we look after babies up to 2 years old. We're there to calm the babies down, allow the parents a little bit of me time, I guess you can call it, allows them to go out and maybe have lunch or take a shower or go do some washing or go talk to doctors, and we get to cuddle the babies. So the skills you need to be a cuddle carer, I guess, number one, I would say you have to be patient. So you have to be able to stand for long periods of time with the baby. Obviously, like babies, because obviously you don't like babies. It's not for you. Also, I guess, you have a calm nature about you. Get along well with the families and be able to interact with the families as well. So the best thing to me about being a cuddle carer, I guess, is, well, getting cuddles from the babies. We're here for the families primarily, but, sometimes if you've been having a bad day yourself, cuddling a baby heals everything. Just getting to interact with the families as well, meeting new people every week is something that I enjoy when I come here. All cuddle carers are volunteers. I volunteer because I have a lot of love in here, I guess, to give out to the families and the babies. With them being in hospital, they're always happy to see the smiling face and to get a helping hand with their little ones. And it always leaves you with a good feeling at the end of your shift every week. So to become a volunteer at the Children's Hospital Foundation, just go and visit our website and fill in your details. The volunteer work of cuddle carers prove just how powerful a cuddle can be.
Thanks, Adam. Quick question. Can I make music with these tissues? If you think I can't, maybe you don't think the same as Linsey.
Hey guys, it's Rhianna here bringing you some funky music. Okay, let's bring you the funky music. First up is the carrot, the glove, and finally, the pig. Yeah, but I get it. You probably think I'm crazy now. And these things are real crazy musical instruments. And Linsey knows how to play them. He can even play a carrot. So Linsey, is it true that you really make music stuff out of all this stuff on the table?
It is. It's totally true. In fact, even my friend Piggy makes a sound. In fact, he loves microphones, by the way, so I'd watch my microphone because he might sort of steal it.
How do you do this?
Well, you'll notice that a lot of the objects that I've got, they're all different sorts of tubes, aren't they? So I've got, you recognise that? Yeah, garden hose and?
A watering can.
Yeah, so the watering can is sort of, the spout is a sort of a tube. What else have we got? We've got over here.
A feathering thingy.
Yeah.
How long have you been in this music business?
A long time. So I've been playing music and in this music business for about 46 years now. Yeah, not quite 46, probably 44 years.
How old are you now?
So I'm 63.
Can you play regular instruments?
Yeah, I play regular instruments like the rubber glove bagpipe. I guess it's because it depends what regular means, isn't it? But yeah, I know what you're asking. I studied classical clarinet when I was a kid, so I played clarinet. I studied piano. I play saxophone. I play flute. But all of these sort of instruments, they're quite similar. They just look different. What these instruments is, it allows people to experiment and try out things themselves, and it shows everyone that music is all around us and that we're all musicians.
Do you know that crocodile over there, if you stomp on it, it makes music?
Do you think you can make music? How would you make music with him, do you reckon?
Do you have any advice for the other people that love music?
I guess my advice would be just to be adventurous and curious and explore things and just try things out, because a lot of the times I've just don't know exactly what sound's going to come out of these things, and I just try things out. In fact, that's what kids are very much better at adults than doing this. Kids try and experiment with things. The great thing about being an adult is that we've learnt a lot of things, so I can use the things that I've learnt together with that curiosity and exploration.
This is how Linsey does his thing. Thank you very much to Linsey for dropping by the hospital and showing that music is everywhere. Wow, what an epic performance.
That's a good sounding stapler. Can you hear that? That's it. Tissue telling us it's the end of the show. Having a birthday in hospital is actually fun. You get spoiled and it's fun because you get to do all sorts of fun activities. Thanks for joining me on Juice. I'm Cruz. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
When I'm bored, I don't,
We also have a bloopers reel, so that's
Can you hear that? That's the tissue singing.
Remember guys, it's so easy to be a part of Juice TV. Whether you want to be a host, help us out behind the scenes with filming, or decide what goes into each episode. Let us know you want to be involved by sending an email to hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to one of the friendly volunteers throughout the hospital in the green shirts. Also head to our website and Facebook page for all the updates about what we're filming at the hospital.